Look at that frame on the wall, that expensive piece of paper with the gold seal. For most of you, that is the most expensive receipt you will ever own. You paid for it with 4 years of your youth and a mountain of debt that will follow you into your 30s. The ghost class worships the degree. They think it's a shield that will protect them from the harsh realities of the market. But I'm George Stelling, and through the prosperity prism, I see that paper for what it really is: obsolete code. In the 2026 economy, the world is moving at the speed of light. If you are relying on what a professor told you in 2020, you are already a dinosaur. The system loves degrees because they take 4 years to produce a compliant worker. But the 1%? We don't want certified workers. We want capable predators. The vault is open. Today, we delete the academic delusion and install the software of infinite learning. It's time to stop studying the past and start engineering. The information has a half-life. In the 1800s, what you learned as an apprentice would last your whole life. Today, the half-life of technical knowledge is less than 24 months. This means by the time you graduate from a 4-year university, 50% of what you learned in your first year is already wrong or irrelevant. The ghost class is stuck in a static learning model. They think education is a destination you reach. The 1% understand dynamic learning. Education is a continuous stream. If you aren't upgrading your mental operating system every single week, you are accumulating technical debt in your own brain. The degree tells the world you were smart once. The hunt requires you to be smart now. Let's look at the math that your counselor never showed you. If you spend $100,000 on a degree to get a job that pays $60,000, you have started your life in a massive value deficit. You have traded future capital for low-level permission. The 1% would never take that deal. We look at ROI, return on information. If I spend $5,000 on a specialized mastermind or a high-level skill course that allows me to generate an extra $50,000 this year, that is a 1,000% return. The ghost class is obsessed with prestige. The ownership class is obsessed with profit. Stop asking, "Where did you go to school?" and start asking, "What can you build today?" The university system is a 13th century model trying to survive in a 21st century reality. It is a sinking ship. Jump off before the debt pulls you under. A degree makes you a specialist in a world that needs synthesizers. The 1% build a skill stack. They don't just learn marketing, they learn marketing plus psychology, plus data analysis, plus AI automation. When you stack skills, you become a niche of one. You have no competition because no one else has your specific combination of abilities. A certificate makes you a commodity. A skill stack makes you a monopoly. In the prosperity prism, we don't look for jobs. We look for problems to solve. The bigger the problem, the bigger the payout. You don't need a professor's permission to solve a problem. You just need the tools. Education is now decentralized. The vault of human knowledge is in your pocket, yet the ghost class uses it to watch cats and argue with strangers. A predator uses it to build a fortress. The greatest advantage you have in 2026 is not intelligence, it is speed of implementation. The ghost class plans and studies and prepares. They are professional students who never graduate to action. The 1% learn something at 9 a.m. and apply it by 10 a.m. They understand that perfect knowledge is an illusion. The market is the only true teacher. 1 week of trying to sell a product will teach you more than 4 years of a business administration degree. The fail-fast mentality is a core pillar of the prosperity prism. Every failure is just a data point. The degree holder is terrified of being wrong because they were graded on being right. The predator loves being wrong because it means they just found a way that doesn't work, moving them closer to the one that does. The university degree was designed to feed the corporate ladder. But the ladder is broken. AI is eating the middle management rungs. The safe career is a myth. If your value is based on a piece of paper, a machine will eventually replace you for a fraction of the cost. You must move from credentialed labor to sovereign talent. Sovereign talent doesn't need a resume. Their work is their resume. The 1% build public proof. They build projects, they write code, they create content, they launch businesses. They don't ask for a job, they create a position. The ghost class is waiting for an HR department to discover them. The predator makes himself impossible to ignore. Why listen to a professor who hasn't been in the real world for 20 years? The 1% seek out active practitioners. They pay for access to the people who are currently in the arena. This is the mentorship shortcut. 1 hour with a man who has built a $100 million empire is worth more than a PhD from Harvard. Knowledge is passed through osmosis and high-level context. The prosperity prism teaches us to ignore the theorists and follow the pragmatists. Stop reading textbooks written in 2015. Start reading the ship logs of the people sailing the seas right now. I'm George Stelling. Look at that degree one more time. Is it a trophy or is it a tombstone for your 4 lost years? The 1% are already 5 miles ahead of you because they didn't wait to be certified. They started hunting while you were still taking notes. But the vault is open. You can start your real education today. The internet is the new university, and your will is the only tuition fee. Stop being a student of the past and become a master of the present. Subscribe if you are ready to burn the script and write your own. The crossover is closer for those who learn at the speed of the hunt. I'll see you there.